Card games. They have exploded in popularity since 2020. The big three, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Magic, once thought untouchable, have seen fluctuations in players over the last few years with the successful launches of games like Digimon, Lorcana, and One Piece. The two of us have tried our hands at many of these games already, picking apart each game for what we like and what we don't like, all while thinking about what we would do if we ever made our own card game. Then one day it hit us. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, a dramatic and wacky manga series about people who suddenly gain spirits that aid them in battle called stands with unique abilities that represent the user's soul. This concept was our launching point when it came to the mechanical aspect of card design. We already had abilities that we could implement into the game that would reflect what the character could do in the anime. For example, the card Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan is based off the moment in Part 4 where Rohan's stand, Heaven's Door, alters Koichi with text that prevents him from doing anything that would cause harm to him. Of course, not every card will match exactly the ability of its in-universe counterpart, but if you're a fan of the series, you'll notice many references within these cards. In the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Standoff card game, there are two types of cards, user cards and action cards. Each player uses a user card and makes a deck of 20 action cards. You can have up to 2 copies of any action card in your deck, allowing for strategies to have a minimum card number of 10 different cards. Your user card will determine how you build your action card deck though, with unique user abilities and a different range and power. Will you play more cards to improve your power and damage output, or play a slower, distant strategy that controls your opponent's actions and attacks with an increased range? Some user characters even get special cards that only they can use. For instance, Josuke Higashikata can use this card to draw 2 extra cards for free, and Diavolo can use the power of his stand, King Crimson, to skip the opponent's turn. Will you play as Yoshikage Kira to outpace your opponent and win with his primary bombs, or will you play as Jotaro Kujo to deal heavy damage and finish games quickly? Try each character's playstyle to see what type of strategy you like best. Even though we call this a card game, this game is played similarly to a board game where the cards are the focus. The action board is the arena that your battles are fought on across 7 spaces. You can move your character forward or backwards into a space near you for the cost of 2 action points. More on that later. Each player's user starts on opposite ends of the board with 5 spaces between them. This is called your user space. Next to the user space is your equip slot, for when you play an action card that remains by your user's side on the left. And on the right is where you place your deck. Above the deck is the discard pile for used action cards. Learn these areas and how to use them to take control of the board in your games. Some powerful cards will not remain in play after their use and will leave the game until it's over. In these cases, the card will mention that it goes to the Void. The Void is a space beyond return and can be anywhere outside of the board during gameplay. Don't forget about these cards when shuffling your deck after the game is over. In the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Standoff card game, cards are a free but limited resource. This means that you can play as many as you'd like during your turn as long as you have them to play. However, there is no draw phase, and the game's core mechanics are used on a point system called Action Points, or AP. Each player starts their turns with 3 AP that can be used in any way of the following. You can spend 1 to draw a card or activate a user ability. Or, you can spend 2 to move to the next space or attack. This means that you can spend 1 point to draw a card, and 2 to move for a total of your 3 allotted action points, and continue to play whichever cards you want. Spend your AP wisely, as you don't keep what you didn't spend previously into your next turn. In battle, the attacking player's power must equal or exceed the defender's. When declaring an attack, first determine that your enemy is within range and add any modifiers you can to reach them. Once you know they're within reach, you may discard cards with this symbol on the left side to increase your total power for that attack. After the attacker discards, the defender may discard their own cards to block, preventing that damage if their power exceeds the attacker's. Be careful how often you choose to do this though. Without any cards in hand, some characters won't stand a chance against a naturally strong opponent. Each player starts with a standard 6-sided die to keep track of your health or spirit. You can gain health through the use of certain action cards and go above 6 spirit, but if you hit 0, that's game over. When taking damage, the receiver of that damage may draw 1 action card from their deck if able. That way you may be able to come back from a losing position. Use this mechanic to your advantage and strategize when to allow yourself to take a hit for a free draw. Be the first to knock your opponent's hit points to 0, and stand proud as the strongest stand user. Hey guys, it's me Logan here, and I just wanted to let you know that if you're interested in having the cards for yourself in physical forms like this, you can see here they actually look pretty good. They're very good trading card quality. Yeah, you can actually get those in the link below. You do have to pay for them. You have to kind of order them yourself, but I've got instructions and everything you need for them in the links below. You can go download the cards from Google Drive. I've got them posted in a document that you can pull up and download those cards from. Once you get those cards, you can take them to the website I have linked below, and you can order them through them. I don't have any sponsorship. I don't have any kind of partnership or anything, so unfortunately I don't have any kind of code you can use for any discount. I promise their quality is absolutely worth it. It's just, it's really, really good for those kinds of cards. I promise it's absolutely worth it. These are really good quality, and I mean, they feel good to play with. They're not in any kind of bad shape, and they've been used plenty of times without sleeves. You can sleeve them if you want. They're going to be printed in standard size. That's like Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. You can use them that way. But I really vouch for the quality of those cards through that company, so if you're going to get them, I suggest doing it that way. Also, for clarity, I do not claim to own any kind of property or responsibility to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or Viz Media. This has been entirely a passion project. We have done this completely for free on our own time. We do not profit off of it. This video is not monetized. Those links are not monetized. This is just something that we've been really, really interested in and passionate about, and I just wanted to share it with everybody. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please go enjoy the game. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I hope you will too.